What's good, guys? Chosen One here, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something you may be going through. This is my first video. I mean, shit, might as well not be my first video. I keep re-recording this shit. But anyways, let's get right into it. I'm making this shit quick. I'm tired of doing this shit over and over again. So let's get right into it. Let's say you're a spiritual being, right? And let's say your family and friends or loved ones, anybody, let's say they like to talk about more physical things. Let's say they talk about sports. Let's say the news, sports, world events going on. Let's say they care about all that stuff. Let's say you don't care about that stuff, right? You can't connect to them as a spiritual being a spiritual being, and them being a more physical being. And in hindsight, this may, oh, why would you want to, like, that's messed up. Like, they're friends, they're family. Why wouldn't you want to be close to them? It really just comes down to this right here. Are you willing to sacrifice your old life in order to grow anew, or are you going to sacrifice your new life to keep stagnant and to live their life? That's really what it comes down to. Are you going to keep eating out with them when they ask you, "Hey, let's go eat. Let's go, let's go out to a restaurant. Let's go eat some bullshit," Or, oh, you seen the new celebrity post they're posting? Oh, did you see the news? What the news posted? Are you willing to sacrifice this for this? That's honestly what it comes down to, right? And I'm here to tell you what to do if you're in that situation with somebody and you don't know what to do. You want to connect with them from being a high vibrational being. You want connection, you want oneness with people. But there's something stopping it. There's junk food, there's the sports, there's the superficiality of the things that you do not want in your conscious realm, right? You have to either detach from those if you have the option to. Because I understand, let's say you're young, I'm only 19, I still live with my parents. So let's say you may be in my situation like mine, you may be a kid growing up, you don't know what to do. And I've been like this since a kid, like I've been in this situation for a while. I don't want to, I know what I'm talking about, and you'll see that, but I want y'all to come to these conclusions through your own lens. I'm going to give you the footing on how to get there, and you're going to be able to you're going to be able to synchronize this data with your own data and see how this imprint is also in your life if you're in the exact in a similar situation I was in when I was your age, or if you're in my age, right? So you do have to detach from those who don't have your best interest truly. um your best interest being what you know deep in your conscious mind and body, what you should be going outward to, and their best interest, because I'm not going to say they don't want your best interest, because they do. They want your best interest, but listen to me, they want your best interest in what they want your best interest in. Whether it's going to college, whether it's playing a sport. If you don't really want to play a sport, I'm not saying don't work out. You need to work out, or that's a whole other topic. But work out. Doing stuff you don't want to do. That's all it comes down to. Doing stuff you don't want to do. If that's their interest, if that's their best interest, and that's not your best interest. And another disclaimer: don't use this as an excuse to be lazy. I'm not telling you to be lazy. You still need to work out. You still need to do what you need to be doing. I'm not saying to do the opposite of that. What I'm saying is your best interest. Let's say, and I'm gonna use this as an example because it just popped in my head. Asian parents, for example, what do they always strive their kids to do? Be a doctor, get all A's. You should be doing good in school, but be a doctor, find a husband who's also up there. Let's say the Asian person, let's say they just want to be in nature and meditating all day, making sure, doing what they need to do as a human to take care of themselves, but just on a different path from somebody else. That's their best interest, right? So you need to do what's your best interest. You need to detach from those. You need to sacrifice all this, detach from those. Now, you have to ask yourself this: if you're a spiritual person, are you really doing what you need to do in order to grow? Are you eating right? When people tempt you with this, are you choosing this instead? Are you working out? Are you treating your body healthy? This is a tarot card. It represents sacrifice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still getting into it, so I don't want to just don't quote me on it. That is a meaning, but there's other perspectives on it. There's other meanings on it, but I just put it here as an example. So, are you willing to sacrifice your past for your future and your present? Now, you could say, "Oh yeah, forget that. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. I just want to, be myself, be myself." Well, um, life. I'm gonna use Saturn for an example. Saturn is like the gravity of the world. We all want to jump in the sky and fly. Saturn restricts that. Um, you have to have your logistics right. You have to have your physical right with the spiritual. So let's say, once again, let's say you're a kid and you're living with somebody like a parent, your mom or your dad. Let's say you still logically and physically need to connect with that person. So I'm gonna tell you, if his this remember I told you detach if you can. If it's a friend and somebody like that that's on bullshit, detach from them. You don't need them. Trust me, you don't need them. But if you live with them, you need them. What if they're paying? I'm not. That's what I'm saying. When I say they're providing for you, don't take that shit for granted because a lot of people don't even have that. A lot of people have that shit way worse than that. But once again, we don't settle for a mid. We don't settle for none of that. We shoot for the stars and we don't land on that shit. As I was saying, you have to talk to them. So what I recommend doing, what I've done, is only talking about necessities. Only talking to them about things that y'all both need to be on the same page with. Something you can't argue about. You can't argue about if we gotta go to the store and get groceries. You can't argue if we need more laundry detergent. You can't argue with we what's for dinner. You can't argue with that stuff. Unless you're an adult and you're living with them and you make your own money, you could you could provide food for yourself and things of that nature. But if you're younger, if you're a teenager, middle school or any of that, you have to, you sometimes you have to eat. Unless you want to fast for a little bit, which is okay, but you're still growing, so I recommend you eat. Just make sure you're working out afterwards. Make sure you're working out. That's the core thing, work out. But talk about them but necessities. And that's really the core thing of it. That's how you can still connect to them. You don't have to go into their world. And I know it may hurt, but for me, like I said, I've been doing this for years now, so I'm kind of numb to it. It don't really bother me to do this, but I know for others, it may really hurt them. Like I don't want to detach from my parents. I don't want to detach from my friends. Why would I want to do that? You have to meet them in the mid ground, and the mid ground is necessities. When it comes to friends, cut them off and be real with you. Unless I'm just keep it a buck. Cut them off. If you don't cut them off, the middle ground will have to be only using each other for things where you need. For example, let's say you have a friend who's knowledgeable on sports, and let's say you shit, I don't know. Let's say you wanted to gamble. This is just off the dome, some random. So let's say you wanted to gamble. Hey, who's a better sports person? Hit them up, get that information from them. But you know not to hang around with that person because ultimately you hang around. So if with that in mind, if you hang around somebody who lives a life like that, you're not going to be able to grow in the way that you want to grow. If you plant a tree seed next to something that's obstructing the tree's growing point, the tree can no longer grow straight up. It's going to grow crooked, right? So be careful where you lay your seeds at. That's really the main reason I say you must cut these people off because they don't have your best interests. They don't have your best interests. Listen to what I'm saying. They don't have your best interests. They have their version of your best interests. So keep that in mind. Like I said, that's my first video. I'm getting off topic a little bit or all over the place. Bear with me. You just need to get the core message. Okay, that's all you need. Just the core message. The core message. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna clean it up. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna clean it up. Oh shit. I ain't clean this shit up, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, that's really the core thing. Just a rundown so in case I got off track a little bit, it's the core thing. Are you willing to sacrifice your past life for your new life? Are you willing to sacrifice these for this? Are you willing to be the friend that's weird? Are you willing to be the friend that's misunderstood? That's really what it comes down to. Make sure you express gratitude to everybody, even those who may be on a different path. Make sure it's genuine. Make sure it's pure in the highest form possible. Don't give fake love. Express that to your loved ones. Even if you guys don't meet eye to eye, still express love to them. That's your family. Unless they're hurting you, uh, then don't. But if they're genuine in their own way, then meet them halfway. Show them love. That's another way you can connect. Just say I love you, fool. Express love. Don't even gotta see eye to eye, just express love to each other. Let them know that you still care for them. Because they're still humans at the end of the day. They're not robots. They don't just fucking function like NPCs. They're still your family, they're still your friends. And we keep it a bug. If you're young, fuck the friends. I ain't gonna lie, fuck them niggas. I'll keep it a bug. Fuck them niggas. They're not helping you grow as a person. You don't need them. Keep it a buck. Tell you that right now. Do not get caught up with the people that are telling you to do dumb shit. I'm telling you that at a young age, you don't need that in your life. I'm telling you, don't do that. But if it's family and they don't physically hurt you, and from their perspective, they're doing the best for you, then give them the same grace. I love you all. Be sure to leave a like and comment. I know this video was low key dog shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not even gonna say it's dog shit. I'm spitting facts. I'm spitting the truth. It's just put together not the best, but I'm gonna work on that. Like I said, it's my first real video, so bear with me. But I love you all. Please do the same for others, and peace.